Hello everybody and welcome. I'm No02 and thank you for watching this video. And this is my Act 4 No Hope deck that I use to beat No Hope Act 4 solo with the bots. LMG focused though. Actually, the most success I ended up having with this was actually with an AA12, funny enough, but this deck will work with everything, but I loved using the LMG. The LMG was the most consistent. If you can get lucky with an AA12, I would take the AA12, but otherwise, there's pretty much always an LMG there. The shotgun's not always an AA12, you know what I mean? With this deck, I was able to comfortably and sort of very reliably beat Act 4, and some really neat stuff going on here for the most part. We have Dash Run Like Hell, Mad Dash. No extra stamina, right? Fire in the hole as well. No extra stamina because the bots will give us that extra stamina. We really only need this movement speed until the very end, until stage 3 when we're in the cave, chasing after the abomination that's like crawling through the cave now. We've got the timer at the top. So we simply need to get from one side of the abomination to the other to deal with all the variety of weak spots. And having this extra sprint speed will pretty much allow you to do that with the amount of stamina that the bots have given us, as well as stay ahead of all the blitzing zombies and things like that. Fire in the hole for all the extra temporary health, as well as the ability to, oh crap, let's get out of here moment. Grenade pouch and double grenade pouch. Now, we're not running any extra grenade damage here, so I would recommend running pipe bombs. With having all the extra damage cards that we got, and as well as a purple weapon of some sort, you have the ability to basically mag dump into tall boys and bruisers. And I found that actually the RPK, if you got a purple RPK with purple stumble damage and all these damage cards, you can stumble monstrous tall boys all on your own for the most part, which is kind of cool. So we're going to be using our weapon primarily to deal with mutations as well as the abomination. So our grenade slots are for pipe bombs. And it's going to really synergize with Pinata later on here. But now we just have Reckless Strategy, Hyper Focus, right? Patient Hunter, Silver Bullets. Just lots of damage. All the damage types for the most part. We got the bullet damage, the normal damage, as well as the weak spot damage. So we get all the multiplicative values going here. And with an LMG or a sniper rifle or an AA-12, you'll pretty much be able to one-shot all of the tentacles on the street floor, on the first stage, on the street level. It'll maybe take you about 3 or 4 cycles to eliminate, maybe 4 to 5 cycles to eliminate the tonsils in stage 2, the tonsil fight where the abomination's roaring. About 4 to 5 cycles there, depending on your weapon. After that, though, is admin reload, wide mouth magwell, and cold brew coffee. Reload speed, aim speed, all the swap speed, cold brew coffee, super good, super nice, super reliable, no matter what. But admin reload to deal with our LMG reload time. I recommend that you run an LMG and either a Tech 9 or a Glock Auto. And for the most part, the way I would play it is there a mutation around? Is there abomination for me to be shooting at? If not, I'll switch to my secondary. Help the bots deal with the horde. The bot's job is to deal with the horde for the most part. Now, if you end up getting overwhelmed, I would just throw a pipe bomb. But once a mutation or the abomination was available to shoot again, then I would swap back to my LMG, deal with the particular things, swap back to my sidearm, be able to keep fighting. Really nice, really clean, really crisp. And the extra reload speed here will basically help guarantee that the LMG will actually be reloaded by the time your secondary runs out. If it's not, keep in mind that if you swap back too early, you basically reset the reload. It's not super consistent. It's kind of weird. But I would end up sometimes like mag dumping a Glock Auto 2 or 3 times before swapping back to the LMG. I was just waiting for the LMG to finish reloading. Pinata, great card for pipe bombs in general. Best card in the game. It's just, if you're going to be throwing things, if you're going to have extra grenade slots, the Pinata, I think, is just a must include. That Pinata should actually be up here, because that's what it's going here with, right? A well-timed pipe bomb, for the most part, would generate 1 or 2 things per throw. There's a little bit of RNG as far as Pinata itself, but also the bots. You might throw a pipe bomb, and then if there's nothing else to shoot at, the bots will just be shooting into the horde of zombies that are crowding around your pipe bomb, ruining your extra chances for Pinata trigger. So what are you going to do about it, right? I would recommend that if you get an opportunity for grenade damage or grenade slot upgrades, I would go for the grenade slot upgrades over the grenade damage. One, like the math works out that the pipe bomb, having an extra pipe bomb is about the same seconds of crowd control as having the green pipe bombs. But having the pipe bombs last longer means that the bots have more opportunity to keep shooting at zombies that are around it, continuing to ruin your chances for pinata. So I actually just preferred the extra slot, as well as having an extra grenade in general means an extra opportunity for pinata to trigger in the future. But pinata would give me all kinds of things. Razor wire, which was useless, but I would get like toolkits that were also useless. No, I'm kidding. I would get you would get those things, but I would also get like defibrillators and med kits and all grenades or flashbangs. So like on the street level, where you can pretty easily, pretty comfortably set up in between dealing with each tentacle. After each tentacle, if I ended up using a pipe, I'm going to go look. I'll get an extra flashbang here or there, or a Molotov, and then I would set up all the grenades in the area that I would like to hold off the horde against. Eliminate the next tentacle, and then go back, pick up my Molotov, throw it at a critical location, then pick up my pipe bombs again, and that would really ease the fight in between each tentacle and make it really, really reliable, really, really consistent as far as dealing with all those things. Our final card is Amped Up. Amped Up is great for Stage 1 and Stage 2. Stage 3, once we're chasing the Abomination, doesn't trigger anymore. Not really useful, but we would really, really, really love to have bots alive by the time we get to Act 3. Having 1 or 2 bots alive will allow you, for the most part, to comfortably break the first 2 weak spots without taking too much issue, without needing to use your last bit of pipe bombs. You really want at least 2 or 3 pipe bombs going into that final stage. And so the bots are great meat shields to save your pipe bombs for the last 2 nodes once you get there. So Amped Up is critical in helping us get to that state of game where we have bots alive at that final stage. At Stage 1, on the street level with the tentacles, every time you eliminate one of those tentacles, a horde is triggered. So literally in between each of those events, you get an extra 60 points of health distributed between the bots. 80 if you include yourself, right? And you get to do that 4 times. Because I think when you drop down, a horde is called, and then the last tentacle doesn't actually call a horde, so it's still 4. 1 for each tentacle for the most part. And then every time the Abomination opens up its mouth during the second stage, the tonsil fight, every time he opens up its mouth to roar, that counts as a horde called as well, which is kind of cool. It's the only thing in the game, I think, that the horde call audio is something different. It's the Abomination, which maybe makes us think that all the other horde calls throughout the game has been the Abomination the whole time, directing the horde towards us. Lore? Anyways. Amped Up will trigger multiple times throughout the mission. The longer your tonsil fight goes, you don't really want that, but the longer it goes, the more Amped Up triggers, and so at the very least it'll keep you healthier for longer, give you the best chance possible of having healthy bots by the time you go into the Stage 3 fight of the Abomination. With this, though, you do lots of damage, you keep your bots healthy, and you have plenty of pipe bombs for the most part to generate extra resources, and get to that Stage 3, and you have just enough sprint speed and just enough stamina to maneuver around the Abomination. It's quite nice. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of this deck. Any help, any other problems you've been facing for Act 4 specifically. I'd love to answer them. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the future.